Alrighty, so I think we're live now. Let's see. I haven't done this through Mac before, so it's not showing up right now for whatever reason. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm live. So how is the audio? I'm doing this with my mic for the first time. Just kind of curious. And also, how's the, I guess, let's see, the camera quality, because I know it would probably be a bit of a downgrade because I'm using my computer right now, but I'm just kind of curious. I'm trying to test this for tomorrow, and then also I guess I'll do like a bit of a live stream here. You guys can ask questions, and I do have a few news things to go over, but it's mostly just like going to be more of a discussion sort of thing. I want to see if this thing lags or not. Looks like everything's pretty good. But I guess pretty much I'm asking, how is the audio and just how's the camera is, I guess, the first few things I'm just kind of curious about. Looks like we don't have that many people on here. Maybe I picked a bad time to do it. But yeah, audio is doing well. That's good to hear. And I guess right now, if you guys have any questions, let me know right now. And then I'll kind of go into like some of the news things we have here. But yeah, all right, camera's doing well. I'm wearing my Fahrenheit shirt. I don't know if you can see it too well, but yeah, already. Yeah, great. That's awesome. Really good. I'm not gonna rant on Coast Rider right now. That's not that ain't happening right now. But actually, right behind me is the Cedar Point book. I'm not gonna talk about it too much here. If you guys have seen my community posts and stuff, like it didn't come in the best of condition. We're actually trying to see if I can get like a replacement. It's not like after a while I kind of got used to it, but it's just like I have a book that's much older, like a coffee table style book that's in better condition that I got like 8 years ago than this one did right out of the package. So it was a little disappointing, but I read the book through once. I do like it, but I will talk about it a lot more in depth and go through it again tonight and probably tomorrow. And then I'll give like my thoughts on different aspects of it and if I would recommend it. Because I'm not quite done like looking over it and stuff. I don't feel like I could do a review right now, but that look forward to that tomorrow. That'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So yeah. So I was asking if you guys have any questions, you can ask them right now or anything you want to discuss. And if not, I guess I'll kind of go over a few of the news things that have happened a little more recently. I think since my last live stream is more what I'm going for, I think. So let's see. Am I using any other software for streaming? No, this is just using YouTube. I am not using like Streamlabs or OBS or anything because I'm really scared that's going to lag. I was honestly scared that this was. It looks like we're doing pretty good right now, which I'm happy with. But I am not using any other software right now. It's just YouTube because I was too scared I was going to lag. And I haven't really like tested out those things too much yet. I do want to incorporate, I'm thinking Streamlabs. I'm probably going to incorporate maybe OBS. We'll see. But I want to incorporate that so that way we can do like a little more interactive things. If you saw like Etai's live stream, for those of you guys who saw that or were part of that, he did some games and stuff. And there's like some like I would want to have like some more interactive things when I go back to live streams, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Used Streamlabs a few times. I thought I liked it, but I didn't end up liking it at the end. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. I believe he used like StreamYard or something like that for Itai. So yeah. Oh, okay. My thing's behind. I'm like watching my own thing. I'm just gonna tune in here for a while. My coding class is gonna start soon. Okay. Oh, are you guys? I guess some of you guys might be in school now. I am not, but we start in a little bit less than a week and a half. So streams and stuff will be moved to weekends when those come back. That's just what's going to happen. The only other thing I could see is maybe Friday nights. That's the only other thing I could see. Like, I guess that. Do I have a stand for the Yeti yet? It's actually on a It's on the what do you call this thing? An arm, I guess, basically. Yeah. I got an arm for the Yeti, so not quite a stand, but I mean, I guess it basically is. So yeah. And that's what it is right here. It's on a arm right here and on a shock mount. So yeah. The streaming part was good, but the chat wouldn't send messages to Streamlabs, so you couldn't read what people said. Interesting. Could you not just have like the pop out chat? Would that not work? I feel like that might fix that, but I might be wrong on that. What are my thoughts? Are we lagging? Brilliant. Or did we lag there, or was that just me? It might have just been me. I don't know. But anyways, I guess my thoughts on Boardwalk Bullet. I'm writing. Oh, he's writing. So you're writing it this weekend, and you're interested in hearing my thoughts. Yeah, a little lag. That might happen. It's probably just inevitable. But as long as it's not too bad, it's not something I'm gonna panic too much about. But for Boardwalk Bullet, I think it looks like the second best gravity group in the United States, at least. I think it looks better than Hades 360, Ravine Flyer 2. I'm trying to think of the other major ones. Those, well, it's not. I don't think it looks better than Voyage, but I think it does look better than Ravine Flyer 2 and Hades 360. I don't believe I'm missing another major one, but at least in North America. But it looks insane. The night rides, especially if you can get a night ride, those look amazing. It like kind of reminds me a bit of like Ghost Rider with how insane the night rides are. Obviously, very different rides, but yeah, Mind Blower, yeah, I guess, but it's like kind of on the smaller side. I don't think I'd ever put it up there with like Hades 360, Ravine Flyer 2, Boardwalk Bullet, and Voyage. Well, I almost see Voyage as like in a totally different world from those rides, but I could kind of see why some people are saying that they prefer Boardwalk Bullet or they think it's better than Voyage, or I guess also I guess Hades 360. Some people even say they like that over Voyage, which that's interesting for sure. The pre-lift section looks really cool for Hades 360. I will say that. I didn't think any coaster of I thought that El Ultimo Escape probably had the best pre-lift section of any coaster, but then I saw that I was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, Hades 360 looks absolutely fantastic as well. But Boardwalk Bullet, probably the second best gravity group in North America, at least, is I guess my opinion on it. It looks insane. I agree. It looks second place, but I think it looks better than Voyage and not Hades. I don't know. I think Hades is starting to get a little overrated. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding it at this point. I'm not exactly buying into it. Although I will say, like, whoever actually made that coaster, they must have been like on something. Like it's just wild. The fact that it goes through a tunnel under the parking lot and into like basically a patch of grass where the corkscrew is and where part of the layout is, and it goes back. Like that's just insane. I really like that. The creativity of the layout is it's amazing. Time Traveler, but it doesn't actually have a lift hill. I mean, if there would be a bunch of launch coasters that would get that, if I guess best pre-launch section maybe. But yeah, I mean technically Thunderation has the best pre-lift. I don't remember what that's like off the top of my head. But I feel like it's pretty good, but I can't remember what that's like at all right now. For whatever reason, I haven't watched a POV of Thunderation in a long time, so it's like I don't even know what it does, unfortunately, right now. But yeah, actually, okay, so I can see on here too. I didn't realize that. I can also, so here I can see, so I guess I don't even need this. I just saw that when I started it, I went to another tab, but I can just look on here, so that's kind of cool. Let's see what else there is. Honestly, I think Mind Blower could be better than Void. I don't think so. That's a no. There's no way. I don't think that's just, it can't be. I absolutely cannot see that at all. I mean, there's no way. But I mean, if you think so, I guess that's fine. But I don't see it at all. It does have some really good looking ejector. I will admit that, but I don't see it. Uh, that's just me, I guess. But yeah. Alrighty, so I guess so for some of the news, I mean, I'm sure that at least for quite a few of these, you probably have heard about this, but I haven't actually talked about this in a stream. But anyways, Epic Universe has been like pretty much put on hold, the construction for it, and there is a small possibility it could get canceled. That would really suck. And there's already been like talks, like people have been talking about, is Super Nintendo World gonna go to Universal Studios Florida as originally planned, or is it gonna go to Epic Universe? Because it's basically gonna be the same thing either way. But it's just kind of interesting. I hope that Epic Universe does happen and it does have the Super Nintendo world. I think it would be like very good for the park to have that. And it also, like, there's other sections of the park like Classic Monsters, How to Train Your Dragon, like stuff I would really want to see. Yeah, it would be like really sad if Epic Universe just kind of bit the dust. That would be extremely sad in my opinion. But yeah, it's been on hold. I put on hold for I think at least the next year, and then they'll just kind of go from there. Is I think kind of the plan for right now. So that's just kind of how it is. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is like sort of reopening, I guess, this month, but there's only like pretty much a few of the major coasters are open from what I understand. But that is reopening, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Six Flags, they said they will be pushing back and or canceling some new for 2020 and 2021 editions. So, and also I put here that very likely the new ride for every Six Flags park strategy, like every year, is probably dead. I don't think we will ever see that again, except maybe this year because of all like the leftover stuff. But even that's a question mark. But the entire strategy of every Six Flags park getting something new every year, I think that's gonna die very quickly yet. Very quickly yet. I just saw something here. Why hasn't Six Flags canceled Fright Fest? I mean, I bet internally they probably have, but they just haven't announced it. But I mean, there's no way they're doing it this year. It's impossible. There's just no way. I mean, everyone else is canceled. There's just no way it's happening this year. Which is unfortunate, but that's just kind of how things are. There's just no way that really Halloween events could really occur this year, at least in the US. It just wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. Hopefully we'll get it next year and all the Halloween events will come back next year. However, that is kind of a wait and see sort of thing. So we'll just kind of see. So I was going to get to that. The Cedar Fair parks that pretty much did not open this year are closed for all of 2020. The exceptions being Knott's Berry Farm and Canada's Wonderland. Those could potentially both open. But pretty much every other park is closed for this year, which is just kind of unfortunate, like all the ones that didn't open. So that's pretty unfortunate, but that's just, I guess, kind of where things are at now. Something more interesting news though, Iron Gwazi is testing again. So it is that is pretty interesting. It actually was testing, I guess, when people left, which is also interesting. They were testing the ride when the park was not open, pretty much after closing. So this is like just it's just kind of, it was kind of odd, like just how they handled that. Like it's just, we're gonna test it after it closes. I honestly think, and Coaster Craziness just mentioned it here. I think Iron Gwazi could open this year. I honestly think it could open this September. I remember hearing a few months back that someone asked someone who was by the Iron Gwazi entrance when they were going to open, like one of like the managers or something. And they said they were shooting for September at the time. I honestly think that they are still shooting for that now. Yes, I do know that SeaWorld did say that they were pretty much all 2020 projects that were under construction would open in 2021. However, Iron Gwazi may have been deemed a little different. So I do think it will open this year. I mean, it's testing now. I don't know if it's the best idea that they'll do it, but I'm like 80% sure it will open this year at some point. I mean, maybe I did also look at it this way, though. Maybe they're just like doing everything now so it gives them options. So that way it's like they can open it at any time. If they decide they want to open it like, September, October, they have the ability to do that because they've done everything. But if they decide, we'll hold off, well, at least they have it done so they can just open it whenever they want to and they don't have to like do all this crazy stuff and all this preparation. So I kind of looked at it that way too, but I am like pretty sure that it's going to open this year. Like I'd be surprised if it didn't. You think it could open in November or December? I actually used to think that, but I think it's going to be like closer, like September, October. I could see that. I don't think Iron Gwazi will open since it'll get big attendance, and that's not what we want. That is a good point, but it's just I don't exactly like. I don't think it really matters that much, to be totally honest, because they're not going to really get anything for 2021. They can, we'll have to limit capacity, and I guess I can understand what you mean, but I think they can still like promote this for the summer of 2021. There's I guess they could promote this going into 2021 as the new attraction, even if it opens like this year. And it'll still be like a big deal, probably a big hit, I imagine. So it doesn't really, I think, matter all too much when it opens, as long as they like market it a lot for next year, assuming things are closer to normal. Coaster Crazy says that because there's potential for it going relatively back to normal by November or December. No, I do not see that happening. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe, but that's very unlikely that things will be back to normal by November or December. It's hard for me to see that, but we'll see. I mean, really, it's a progressing situation with COVID and everything. So who knows? Maybe that's how it will be. Maybe not. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But yeah. Anyone who won't come out this year will just come out to write it next year. Exactly. That's why I'm saying as long as they market it a lot and keep pushing it for next year, assuming things are closer to normal by like the summer season, it really doesn't matter that much that they open it this year, at least in my opinion. I do not think it would be that big of a problem at all. So, yeah. Alrighty. So I guess that's for Iron Gwazi. But I guess let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this is kind of a rumor, but Ferrari World, they actually they released a short what am I saying? I'm like, I need a drink of water. I'm like I guess I'm a little tired, but anyways, Ferrari World, they are teasing something. They had a short teaser they released recently, and it said that the teaser in the caption for it, I believe it was on I would like to say it was from Instagram, their Instagram, but I may be wrong on that. In the caption it said "be ready," and then at the end of the trailer it said "the evolution of uniqueness." So this may be a teaser for Mission Ferrari. It also showed a Ferrari vehicle, but it's Ferrari World. Could mean anything. But I think this is a teaser for Mission Ferrari, which maybe it'll open before the end of this year. Who knows? I believe Ferrari World is open. Maybe it'll open in 2021. I mean, I hope so. I mean, this thing it was supposed to open in 2017. Like, it's wild that it hasn't opened yet, but I guess it's just kind of like, that's kind of where it is, I guess. So, yeah. So yeah, Mission Ferrari, maybe it's opening soon. That would be very cool to see. Cannot wait to see the POV of that thing. It's just been like forever, it seems like. I wonder, I think it'll open before Alien versus Predator, which is the other dynamic attractions SFX coaster that was supposed to open this year and is almost certainly not. Just with the status of that park. Maybe next year. We'll wait and see. That's at a park in Malaysia that I believe is still unnamed, but it was going to be called 20th Century Fox World, but it's part of the, I believe, Genting Skyworlds Resort. So, yeah. And the last thing is Super Nintendo World. There were some leaks for the park, and very specifically their Mario Kart attraction. That was kind of the big deal. Some promotional images leaked for it. And honestly, I haven't heard many people mention this, but I think I think a lot of us have thought this for a while, but I was looking at the pictures. I'm like 99% certain that this attraction is a Dynamic Attractions dual powered coaster, or dual powered coaster, I believe is what it's called. I mean, I was just looking at it. I'm like, this has to be what it is. I mean, for the attraction, they promoted that it would have AR capabilities, and the Mario Kart attraction will use AR. There was one picture where it kind of looked like it was a 4-person car, which that's what the Dynamic Attractions ride was. And there's just a lot of things that is just kind of pointing towards like that's what this is going to be, which I think is awesome. But what I need to look at the pictures. I have it here on my Discord. Also, that's a link to the Discord is in the description if you haven't joined yet. But I need to find that real quick. I have it on the news, I think. Oh shoot. Well, that's unfortunate. Were the things deleted? Okay, so some of the pictures got deleted, which is not good. I'll find it real quick here. But actually, are you guys like looking forward to like seeing what the Super Nintendo World is like? Especially if you're like in California or you're in Florida. Of course, those are probably delayed at this point. Wow, they've been taken out like crazy. So Universal like really cracked down on this stuff. Wow. I'm just looking on Twitter. So many things got deleted. Holy cow. So, anyways, yeah, one picture shows, like pretty much them, like, the people in the vehicle, like kind of drifting away, going away from this chain chomp, and it looks like it may be doing a slight drift. And then there's also everyone has a wheel, a steering wheel, which I think is really funny because, I mean, obviously, I don't really think it's going to do anything. I think it's more for decoration. But I found that really weird that not one person has a wheel, but literally everyone does. So that's kind of funny looking. And then there's another picture where it shows everyone has these, they're holding these shells, like pretty much over their heads. It looks so funny. But that's like where the AR comes in. I guess everyone will be able to throw shells. I am not so confident in other power-ups because looking at the shells, one person has a green shell, a red shell, a yellow shell, which doesn't even exist, and a blue shell that's not even like the spiny blue shell that everyone knows about. So it's just kind of funny. And we also learned that the height requirement's 42 inches, which is pretty funny. Yeah, it's really weird looking. But that looks really awesome. There was some other information leaked out as well, but I was like super interested in like the Mario Kart attraction because it's been kind of mysterious, all things considered. But it looks really cool. And as someone who played Mario Kart Wii like way back in the day, I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on my Nintendo Switch, so it's like really cool to kind of see that. I know, like, I guess some of you aren't necessarily Nintendo fans, so I can kind of understand that maybe you're not too like as excited as maybe other people are for this. But I think what they're doing with Super Nintendo World, it looks really cool and should be something really neat when it comes out because yeah, it just looks incredible. Like also the animatronics, if you've been seeing that, they have a moving thwomp that goes up and down. That's like really cool. And some other things that look sick. It looks really awesome. it's fantastic. I guess that's enough of me, I guess, rambling on about Super Nintendo World. Someone brought up the Wallaby Belgium Mega Coaster. Oh, man. Yeah, that one too. The non-inverting Cobra roll looks so weird. Some people are questioning if it like actually inverts. Looking at it, it kind of looks like it does. That thing looks sick, but the entire ride looks incredible. And it's like been really fun, like seeing the coaster go up very quickly. That thing for sure is opening in 2021. I wasn't so sure like with this whole thing happening, but they have been like booking it for construction, which is absolutely awesome to see. So that's fantastic. I think it'll be a top 5 steel coaster in the world for sure. Maybe even top 5 in the world. It looks that good. It looks absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Someone else brought up the Park Coaster Cloud, brought up the Park Asterix launch coaster. I haven't looked at it in a good while. It looked really good, but definitely out of the two, I guess, European Intamins, I'm definitely more excited for the Mega Coaster. It looks sick. It literally looks sick. It looks amazing. Do I think Velocicoaster could open this year? You know, I think the Florida coaster enthusiasts are, I don't want to be mean here, but they're way too optimistic about that. Like, I cannot actually believe that it seems like a lot of them are like pushing the idea that Velocicoaster is going to open by the end of this year. I cannot see that because, I mean, I imagine this is going to kind of coincide with the new Jurassic World movie a little bit. Like I think this will probably be themed to Jurassic World, as sad as that might be for some of us. But this thing, like, it's not opening in 2021. I mean, not 2020, because the movie's coming out in 2021, although that's assuming things get normal. And they still have a lot of rock work to do. And I think some people kind of underestimate like the theming and the queue line, like how long that's going to take. So no, I do not think it will open in 2020. I could see early 2021, but no, it's not going to open in 2020. I would I would pretty much bet money on that it wouldn't open in 2020. Like if any Florida coaster enthusiast wants to take me up on that, they can. But yeah, I'd be willing to bet money that it will not open in 2020. So yeah. The ride started construction. It's got an entirely black color scheme. Not sure how much construction it's gone through, but the non-inverting Cobra roll is halfway done. I think the whole thing, the like element itself, the non-inverting Cobra roll is done. If you've seen pictures, like the entire, like the thing is done pretty much. I'm pretty sure it's like done. Like I've seen pictures of it. Yeah, it's been complete. Park Asterix, that coaster's not even opening until 2023. That's not even gonna open in 2021. So it's just kind of sad. So yeah. Okay, so that's kind of that. Yeah, the Park Asterix one is not coming for a good while. So I mean, it's just kind of how it is. I mean, it's better that it's coming than it not, I guess. But it's just kind of weird, like kind of the order. I think someone asked me if Velocicoaster, do I think it would open before Icebreaker? It's possible. I could see it happen. I was actually kind of sad that they said the Icebreaker was going to open in 2021 because I thought they could have had a good opportunity if things were at least a little more normal to open it in like December. Like it would have been kind of nice. Like it's themed to ice and it would have opened in a cold month or a colder month, although Florida, it's never cold, but in December, I thought it would have been nice, but I don't think that's not actually going to happen. But yeah, the Wallaby Mega will keep company. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. They're not too far away from each other either, so it's like, yeah, for sure. Let's see what else we got here. What and when do I think the new Cedar Point coaster will come? Okay, so it's not coming anytime soon. I'm gonna straight up say that. I do not think we will see a new coaster at Cedar Point for at least the next 2 to probably 3 years. I mean, obviously it's not coming next year. And I mean, unless they paid someone something, I do not see a new coaster coming in the next 2 to 3 years for Cedar Point. And because of that, it makes it very hard to like tell what they're gonna get. I don't even know if they know what they're gonna get at this point, honestly. So I honestly I couldn't tell you. I mean I would love to see like an Axis coaster. But or my dream would be like an Edgenica clone but taller and faster. They probably don't have the room for that, but and I don't think that would ever happen, but that'd be amazing. But like a new Cedar Point coaster, I have absolutely no clue what they're gonna get, and I think it can cross a T-Rex off the list. I'm just saying I do not think they will get that for at least it will not be their next coaster. Right? I'm like very certain that they will not be getting a T-Rex for their next coaster. So yeah. SNS said one park has already bought the Axis, so could we see an Axis next year? I don't know. I mean, I'm not even sure if that's absolutely confirmed that a park has bought the Axis. I know they've said that there's interest, and it seems like that one they are in the talks of one being bought at least, if not multiple. But I don't know if one has actually been bought yet. But it wouldn't surprise me if we saw one within like the next 2 years. Definitely not next year. I just can't see it. Maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I could see the first one going somewhere. I mean, ideally, it would be Fiesta Texas, which Millennium Force Man just said here. Someone mentioned Fly, Stamford Bridge. He's excited for Fly at Fantasialand. But I guess I'm a little lost with the comment. I think, but I guess it'll be kind of disappointing if it does, if it's a little like less than spectacular. But yeah, the Fly looks so cool. I can't wait for that to open. I will have to wait and see if that's 2020, 2021. I actually, I can't put it in a community post because the problem with it is that, the list, like the pictures that you can put in a community post have to be a certain size and the list wouldn't fit. I guess I could copy and paste the list on a community post, but it would be so ridiculously long. But I actually have like pretty much created a list of all the confirmed for now, like major-ish 2021 coasters and also the possible ones. And so Fly is like one of the possible ones right now because it may still open in 2020. But it's a pretty big list. But I have this huge Google document with it. I put it out there on my Discord and on Instagram. But it's crazy. But Fly does look absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Fly has tested, and it probably is testing, though I haven't seen anything that recent for it. Random question, but what is my favorite soccer team? I don't watch soccer all that much. I only really watch like the World Cup. I can watch it like every like once in a while, and it's something that I do like to watch. Like in like moderation pretty much, because if I watch it too much, I kind of get like out of it almost. But like when the World Cup happens, the Olympics and stuff like that, I'm down to watch it, but I don't really have like a favorite team in terms of soccer. I'm an NFL guy pretty much. That's like the only sport I actually watch. Football. So, and I like to watch college football every now and then. Sometimes I like to watch my local college, which is actually pretty decent most of the time. Sometimes we're ranked in the top 25 in the nation, Fresno State. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Did anyone see Time Traveler at Plopsaland? Yeah, that does look insane. I was actually like one of the first people to put out a POV of that thing, so a lot of people like know about it because of me. Yeah, Time Traveler. I think I forgot to do an analysis for it, or not that I forgot. I was more just like, I didn't do it because I guess I didn't have the time. But yeah, Time Traveler. It looks really good. It looks like I think from a layout standpoint, it looks better than Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. So yeah. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Time Traveler, it looks amazing. The Belgium Mega Coaster looks like an RMC plus Expedition G-Force. It's gonna kill people. It's too good. It looks so insane. It does look really good. All right, see you, Badger State Coasters. Thank you for being on the stream. Let's see. I'm gonna probably end this in like 25 minutes. I just kind of wanted to test things, see if this would work. It looks like so far there's like been like maybe one moment of lagging and that was it. So I think I'll do this setup for the future too. You guys seem to like it. Do you guys like this setup more than the one I usually do, or do you want me to go back to my old setup? Just kind of curious. About that. But for tomorrow's live stream, I'm gonna do this setup. That's just what I'm gonna do. So yeah. So let's see it. Never knew Mach could do banana rolls until that came out. Yeah, that was kind of like the element that it was just kind of like whoa. When I saw it, it's like whoa, they can do banana rolls and a banana roll and a spinning coaster. Like that was crazy. There's an element that's very close to like a flying snake dive on Time Traveler. It's pretty close. I don't know if that's necessarily what it is, but it has something like really close. It looks insane. Like Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City already looks really good, but I mean Time Traveler at Plopsaland, it may not have the theming, but it looks the layout looks incredible. You're fine with either setup. All right. Well, good to hear. As long as I don't hear people like saying that they significantly like this setup less than the other one, then I'm all good. So yeah. Well, any manufacturer can do any element. I guess that's true. Except, well, GCI probably can't. But yeah. I mean, they probably could. There's probably some they're just gonna choose not to do. So, yeah. Even ENF Myler, probably not. I mean, ENF Myler. I mean, actually, I'm so confused. What is going to happen with Scandia Screamer? I don't think it was like taken down, but I don't believe it was ever like scrapped. Like, is it still like available or something? Has it actually been demolished and I don't know it? Like, I'm kind of like, that coaster's just kind of disappeared and like no one really knows what happened with it. Like, I'm pretty sure it didn't get scrapped. Is it just like hanging out somewhere, waiting for someone to buy it, or like I don't know. Am I thinking of buying it? Yeah, I'm gonna go buy it. Let's bring it to Fresno. You know, that would be awesome, but no, I'm not gonna buy it. That would be quite expensive. It actually probably isn't even that expensive for a coaster, but like, where would I put it? I can't put it in my backyard because it's way too small. Our like little parks are like too small for it also. I mean, maybe a water park. I think we could put it out. Like, I think Wild Water has like this section of land that I think would fit it. So that's like my local water park that's like less than 15 minutes away from me. So yeah. Jungle Storm isn't scrapped yet. That's interesting. I don't know what that. I mean, I would love to see that thing get relocated. I just don't know who would get it. Probably another European park. Hopefully, wouldn't it be sick if like somehow like Energy Landia was able to get that? Just imagine that. That would be sick. Finally, they would have like a good non-redundant coaster that looks like a family coaster, but it's actually not. I guess I would say it's not really a family coaster at all, but it kind of looks like one. That would be sick. The only problem is I believe like just kind of the charm of it was like the how close it was to some of this like I guess things that it was like in like with the theming, like how close it got was kind of the charm of it, and like putting it outside though, it's just kind of like I don't know. Jungle Storm has so much rock work, so it would be hard to scrap or move. That is true. I I think I mean I feel like it's like I need to look at the pictures again. Maybe it's not as hard as we think, or maybe it is harder. So who knows? So yeah, Scania Screamer was too big for Scania anyway. Like the problem is like I don't know who's gonna get it. Like I mean I actually have no clue who would actually want this. I mean Kentucky Kingdom Kentucky Kingdom you want this or because they'll do whatever enthusiasts want it seems like or Knobles Knobles that'd be sick. Knobles gets both Jungle Storm and what is it Scania Screamer. That would be so funny. That'd be sick. um yeah, Energylandia has so many filler coasters. I mean, they to be fair, they do have the Dragon Flyer clone, although I guess it's not really a clone of Dragon Flyer, it's a clone of Orcanon, however you pronounce that. But the family, the Vekoma family not boomerang, Vekoma family suspended coaster looks pretty good. If I'm buying the Scania Screamer, you might as well get Jungle Storm too. Scania Screamer, I don't think would be that difficult because it's like it would only have to move like a few cities over, I guess. I mean, a lot more than that, but it's not ridiculously far. Where Jungle Storm is literally like in it's across an ocean, so that'd be pretty hard to do. But I would love to do that. If I were to make a park, I would get both of those. I mean, they would probably be cheaper than like getting like a new coaster. I mean, Skinny Screamer for sure would be. So yeah. Let's see. I just rode Dragonflyer a month ago, and I rank it right there with some of the lower tier B&M coasters. Honestly, B&M inverts are just B&M coasters because honestly, I probably will like it more than like probably like my least favorite B&M coasters, but I don't know that I would like it more than like Batman the Ride or Silver Bullet, which are like my I don't think I'd like it better than those, but yeah. Dragonflyer is just okay. You weren't a big fan. Okay. I've heard a lot of positive things for it, so and it looks really good. At least for a family coaster. Like, I mean, I can't see how it's just like I mean, it's got to at least be an above average family coaster. So, I don't understand. Like, if someone says it's bad, it's just kind of like, yeah, Coaster Cloud has never ridden a Vekoma. That's interesting. That's actually kind of lucky because, well, not yes and no. I mean, depends on which ones you're talking about. But it's just like for me, the manufacturers I've ridden the most coasters from are actually tied. It's B&M and Vekoma. I've ridden 13 of each. So that's pretty interesting. And I think Intamin's not too far behind. I believe I've ridden either 11 or 12 Intamin coasters. I have the coaster count somewhere, like in a document. But yeah. The one thing I have against the yeah, it can only run one train. That is kind of a weakness to it, definitely. The capacity. That's why it has a longer line at Dollywood, I hear. It's just kind of like, yeah. It probably wasn't the best decision because it's like I think for that park especially, a lot of people are gonna want to ride that. And it's just yeah. 808 Coaster Life has only ridden one Vekoma, and it's a kiddie coaster. Probably Gadgets Go Coaster is the one I'm gonna guess. I mean that's the only one that like comes up in my head. So yeah. Use Captain Coaster. Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing. Yeah. I mean, I like to have I would just like to have it in a document. It's just better. I know I did like some reviews on there and stuff, like for like a second, and then I like stopped. I like left it very quick. Yeah, I forgot about that shoot. Yeah, I should probably go back there. You're right. But yeah. Let's see. We're at it's 1:45 right now, so probably 15 more minutes. And yeah. But oh, you don't like that Captain Coasters is missing some coasters. You know what annoys me? So, I don't know if you guys consider like I guess the Intamin Giga Splash a coaster, but the coaster I mentioned, or at least the ride I mentioned in my video of the analysis of the 4 new Intamin coaster concepts, um, it's not listed on RCDB. Like Power Splash at Plopsaland, it's not listed on RCDB. I was like, why? It has a drop and an airtime hill with track. How is that not a roller coaster? I mean, maybe that's controversial. That's my opinion, but I'm like, that's more of a coaster than like, what is it? Like Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld San Antonio. I'm just like, how is that a coaster and this isn't? I'm like, what's the logic there? Put it on there like ASAP. I don't understand. Stanford Bridge, he loves coaster count. Coaster Cloud has ridden 6 B&Ms, 5 Intamins, 3 RMCs, and 6 Arrows. Oh, shoot. Arrow, I think I've ridden 13 of those. You know what? I think I may have messed up with my count for the Vekomas. Yeah, I have the, what is it? Let's see. I can find the document, I think. Seriously, did I open it that recent? Oh, okay, here it is. Let's see it. I have like a listing here. Manufacturer count. Let's see. Oh, what in the world? How did I get that mixed up? No, I've only written 7 Vekomas. I guess that makes sense. I guess there's a lot I've skipped now that I think about it. Yeah, there's plenty of them I've skipped. I probably could have 13 if I didn't skip so many of them, or couldn't ride so many of them. But yeah, I've only written 7. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. B&M is has the most I've ridden, tied with Arrow. So I have ridden 13 Arrow coasters. That makes sense. I knew it was up there. Intamin, I've ridden 12. I've ridden 5 RMCs, 5 GCIs, 3 Premier Rides coasters, 3 Gerstlauer coasters, 8 Mock Rides coasters, and 7 Vekomas. And the other ones are not all too much. So yeah, yeah, pretty much. That's my count. And actually, that GCI count does not include Ghost Rider. If you included it as a GCI, it would go up to 6. So if you guys were kind of wondering, like, I guess like some of the manufacturers, like how many I've ridden from them, that's I guess how it is. It's just how it is. Millennium Force Man has ridden 19 B&Ms. That's a pretty good number there. I've ridden every B&M I've ever seen. So at least as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure I've seen. Yeah, I've ridden every B&M I've ever seen. So that's pretty cool. So let's see here. You didn't ride Green Lantern at Great Adventure because it was down. I like realized this recently, but I haven't ridden Vekoma Boomerang since 2014, and I was like, huh, no wonder I have like such a bad impression from them. Why isn't this charging? My computer isn't charging. Is it like? I think it's like unplugged. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, I fixed that. But let's see. You've ridden 5 RMCs, 3 in Texas, 4 RMCs, 6 of 7 B&Ms I've seen. You passed Patriot on the highway, dang. Yeah, boomerangs, because the thing is, I've actually had like 3 or more chances to ride boomerangs, and I just straight up didn't since 2014. Because I went to Hershey Park, I skipped Sidewinder because I just didn't feel like it for whatever reason. I skipped Boomerang at Six Flags Mexico because I was a little limited on time, and I was just like, I don't really need to ride it. And I skipped Boomerang at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom last year as well because I had already ridden it in 2014, and it's not one I would have ridden. I've said this in the past, but if I can get all the credits, I will go for it. However, if it is like if getting all the credits like gets in the way of me getting the amount of rides I want on the quality coasters, I will go for the quality coasters always over getting more credits. That's just how it works for me pretty much. Although my Cedar Point visit, 16 coasters in one day, not too bad. Like I mean 16 coasters as in like I rode 16 different ones. I had like 27 different rides on coasters. So not too bad. Boomerangs for you are fine. The only thing I hate about them is their capacity. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. It's like usually they have a decent line, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I think Sidewinder may have had a station wait, but I think I passed it, and I was like, no, it had like a few cycles. I'm like, I don't want to wait for that. And I was just like, okay, nope. And then Boomerang at Six Flags Mexico, I'm pretty sure that thing had at least a 30-minute wait. So I'm just like, yeah, no. Even with like, I think even with like the Fast Pass, you still have to wait a decent bit just because of how it works. So yeah, or I should say Flash Pass. I like it is called a Flash Pass, but it's so different. At Six Flags Mexico, I just like call it something different. But yeah. Sidewinder is actually good though. Yeah, I know it's good, and I even kind of knew that going in, but I don't know. I just was kind of like I didn't want to do it that day. It was in 2017. Of course, if I went back, I'd write it now, but like I just wasn't feeling it that day, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Storm Runner for this season, big rip. It'll come back. It'll all be fine. So, yeah. You were forced to wait an hour to ride Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld Orlando. I think I waited a good while to ride Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld San Diego in like 2011. It had to be like, it wasn't too bad. It was like 45 minutes, but probably way too long for that kind of ride. It was before I was an enthusiast anyways. So, yeah. Sidewinder is one of the best boomerangs that you've ever done. Yeah, I know it's good. It's just, I don't know. I just didn't want to do it that day. It was the only coaster I didn't do at Hershey Park, along with Coco Cruiser, which I also was just kind of like, I don't want to do it. I just don't. I didn't feel like it. So, yeah. And I haven't ridden Candemonium, but that wasn't there when I went. So, yeah. What is the worst roller coaster name ever made? To be determined. I honestly don't know. There's a lot of really bad ones out there. I don't think it's Pitts Special as much as I've made fun of that name. I don't think it's the absolute worst. I waited an hour for Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast and broke down when I was 2 cycles away. That sucks. Actually, Maverick broke down on me when I was at Cedar Point, literally right before I was about to board. So I could have had 5 rides on Maverick, but and actually I already knew what row, like they were literally like I was walking to the thing and it was like some and then it just like happened. I'm like, shoot. That happened with me for Medusa as well at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I was literally right about to get on and it broke down on me, which is funny because it's a B&M, so it shouldn't have that problem. But yeah, I was going to get a middle row in Maverick anyways, so yeah. Flight of the Himalayan Eagle Music Roller Coaster. That is a terrible name. That's pretty bad. The worst name is probably Invade R. It's bad, but trust me, there's way worse. Like, I mean, there's literally a coaster called Dream Hunter Society. Like, I don't even know if that's the worst one, but like, that's pretty bad. Dream Hunters Society. Like, what kind of a name for a coaster is that? I mean, Grampus Jet is also terrible. I agree. However, there is actually some context to it. It's not totally like Grampus actually is a word, believe it or not, for orca. So it's very rarely used. However, some people will use it instead of saying orca for like an orca whale. And the ride is themed to orcas, so it's like very weird. So there is some reasoning behind it, but it still sucks. Like there are some names that there is like some decent context behind it, but the name still sucks. So like yeah. Surfs Up Duck Duck Goose. Oh my god. That's like I love that name. It is terrible, but I love it. It's just brilliant. I forget what parks that it's at. I know the park it's at, they have a good coaster. It's in a park in China. Wuxi Sunak Land. Oh, is it the same park with let's see. Oh, they have the new wing coaster. Yeah, Falcon. The nearly 200-foot tall wing coaster, so that's cool. Hillbilly Coaster Texas Bronco. Yeah, that one. that might be like is that like kind of like a I feel like that name might be kind of offensive now, but well, I mean, it probably was always a little bit offensive, but I don't know. I feel like that might be, but I don't know. Like, it's more funny to me than anything else, but some people might be like, uh-oh. Flying Asparagus in Western Region Heaven. Yeah, that one's pretty wild. There's a lot of crazy names out there. Riddler Revenge is terrible. And like just Riddler Revenge, like without the S, is pretty bad. Yeah, Riddler. Yeah, the Codes of Craziness mentioned it. And Riddler Mindbender is awful too. That's terrible. Judge Roy's Scream. You know what? I kind of like that one. Like it's bad, but like I like it's just it just like knows it's bad. It's like it's just like it's okay. But yeah. Um, the worst name of a coaster I've ridden is Back to the Barnyard Hayride. Hey, Back to the Barnyard is amazing. That show's great. The movie's great. But I can understand the ride not so much. And that's a powered coaster anyways. Or Pepsi Orange Streak. Yeah. Orphan Rocker is up there for the worst. You know, yes, but to be fair, it's literally right by. It's like named after Orphan Rock that it's like right by. So not really. Back at the Barnyard is. Are you criticizing this show? Okay, it is. It's like a kind of the movie. At least it's kind of like a guilty pleasure movie of mine. Like it's one I like, and I know I shouldn't, but it's like it's it's just one I like to go back to and watch. Rock Bottom Plunge. I like that name actually because obviously it's themed after the episode, so I actually like it. Obviously the name, and I don't even think the name's bad. Like Rock Bottom Plunge. I actually do really like it a lot. So yeah. All right. The worst name is Orion because I don't know what Orion actually was, so I pronounced it wrong, and in the way I pronounced it sounded bad. It's not that bad. Orion is not that bad. I mean, there's a lot of names that we like give flack to parks for and whatnot, but like it's just like yeah, Rock Bottom is one of the better SpongeBob episodes. So like it's pretty cool that I actually do like the name. But going back to Orion and just like coasters in general, we do kind of give some names a little bit too much. Yeah. Avatar Airbender is the best name of a coaster I've ridden outside of Cedar Point. I mean, it's literally the name of a show that, to be fair, is pretty good. But for the name of a ride, I'm a little bit like, eh. I mean, like Avatar Airbender, I mean, I don't know. Not the, I don't know. Not the best one. My number Roller Cowards isn't my favorite one, or I don't know which one's my favorite. Like the ones that are up there for me are Rock Bottom, Band Geeks, and I'm trying to remember. There's I think those two are like at the top for me for SpongeBob episodes. I don't even watch it that much, but those are like the two I absolutely remember and will like go back to watching every once in a while. So yeah. Let's see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shell Razor. Yeah, it could have been Fiery Fist of Pain. That's what it should have been. That's honestly what it should have been. It really is what it should have been, honestly. Yeah. The best name is Big Boom. Big Boom, I actually do like it. Like it is kind of like it's very simple, but it's a good name. I do like Big Boom. I mean, it's pretty simple. Uh but I do like it. It's one I do like. I guess you know what? We're gonna go a little bit over. We'll go for a few more minutes. Why not? We're at 2 o'clock, so let's see. 10 minutes from now I'll end the stream. That'll actually happen. But yeah. What Sarah Sidewinder? It's not the best name, but it's not the worst. Like, I mean, I've seen so much worse. Can I pull up the document? Yeah, I have a document on here that has like a lot of like the worst names because I actually plan on making a video for this eventually. Um, and to be fair, some of these may be I still haven't confirmed that all of these are names that were actually translated into English, but like all right, let's hear a few. Okay, Cannibal is actually a good name. I actually like Cannibal. I know I shouldn't, but it's like it's an intimidating name. I know it's like people eating people, but like it's like I like the name. I don't know why. I just actually like it. Okay, so here are like some of the worst names I was able to find. Like I said, some of these as like how I'm gonna do this for like a ranking in a video is these names have to be translated in English somewhere on a sign, because if they aren't, then I have to kind of assume that RCDB translated it, and that's just not the best thing ever. But yeah, let's see it. So Creep Caterpillar is one bad name. Car Fly on Rail, Death Train, Circus Clown, Dream Hunters Society, Express Station, Inflaming Beetles, Pieces of Eight, Project One, Rail Chaser, Scary Toys Factory, Speed Snake Free, Soaring Dragon and Dancing Phoenix, Fruit Shaped Pulley, yeah, that's another one. Squall 8, Stress Express, Surfs Up Duck Duck Goose, which I already mentioned. The Walking Dead, The Ride, just why? YOLO Works, Tantrum, New Texas Giant, Riddler Revenge, Gotham City Gauntlet, Escape from Arkham Asylum, Bat Diving Speeding Car, Big Fish Roller Coaster, Big Worm Inertia Train, Bloody Dragon, Bone Shaker, Boogie Woogie Space Coaster, Bullfight in the Sky. Just like these names are way worse than like some of the ones that we mentioned. I'm not even gonna go through there. Like, there's even some that I didn't mention. Kamikaze, like that's pretty bad. That's just like yikes. Innovative roller coaster, and I think it's like a clone coaster. So, Hot Tamales, Hillbilly Hillbilly Texas Bronco, Hangover, Golden Dragon Tackle, like. Yeah, there's a lot of bad names. Oh, Hand Roller Coaster. How could I ever miss that one? Like, though, I mean, you probably couldn't even comprehend all the names I was saying. There's just so many that are terrible. It's really funny. Like I said, I cannot confirm that all of these were translated into English on a sign, which is what I will be basing the list off of, but a decent amount of these were. So, yeah. So that's just kind of how it is. Let's see. So what else do we got here? I'm just trying to see. Is there anything else? I do have like a few things that I like wanted to go to. I don't think there's anything else I have left that I really want to go over. Actually, wait, there might be something. Oh yeah, for uploads. So obviously, I was originally planning to release the Cedar Point ranking this week. That's gonna be moved the next week. Just because of the review I'm doing tomorrow for the Cedar Point book, which will be a live stream. Which how that basically is going to work is you guys can comment in the like first part of it, but really I'm not really going to answer anything at first. I'm going to like actually give my review, give my thoughts on like different things about the book, and just everything. And after that, after I give my review, give my thoughts, then I'll open it up to questions, and that will probably be like about an hour at most. It might be less, or well, I won't put a time limit on it, but that's how I'm gonna like handle that basically. So yeah, uh, just a lot of names that are being thrown out here. But let's see. I guess, is there anything else I want to go over? Because there were some things I was just kind of like thinking if that maybe I would want to go over here, but I didn't put it down on something, which is just kind of like unfortunate, I guess. So I guess pretty much any last questions you have, any last things you want me to discuss, just let me know here, and then I'll probably end the stream. What time is my video tomorrow? That is a good question. I am doing it at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So basically the same time that my live streams are, just on a Friday. That's when I'm planning to do it. If anyone has it, also I think this one, if you don't watch it live, it's I think still okay, because I'm like gonna try to do a review at the beginning. So that's just what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna probably install like timestamps on it later after I actually finish the I guess stream. So yeah, I'm not gonna rain on anything today. Not until the actual like live streams are back. But yeah. All right, see you 808 Coaster Live. Thank you once again for being on the stream. And I guess any other questions, anything else you want to discuss, put it down here. And in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna end the stream. So that's just gonna be that. And I guess also, I believe I have links in the description. I hope I do. But if you haven't followed my Instagram yet, I have a link to it there. And also, if you haven't joined the Coaster Hour Discord yet, I have a link to it there as well. So if you're interested in joining either of those, you can do that. So yeah. Let's see. If anyone else has any questions. A lot. I know we're talking a lot about names, and that was like a big subject for a while. That's why I'm like excited to do a video on like the worst ones. I don't think it can rank them. It's probably more just going to be a video of like a certain amount of like the worst names. Maybe I'll have like a number 1, but like it's really hard to rank them because it's like so bad. Is Dodo Revolving Pulley a terrible name? Is that even a real thing? I hope not. Like, oh my god, it's a real thing. What? This is terrible. What? How is this a real thing? How did I miss this also? Is this like, did this come up recently? I don't know how I could have missed this one. Yeah, that one's definitely going on to the ever-growing list of, I guess, bad names. But holy cow, that's pretty bad. Like, I guess that's a fun name, but yeah, it's trash. So yeah. Rollies Coaster, is that the one at Maurice Piers? Did someone mention that? Is that another one too? That's a weird name. Yeah, it is at Maurice Pierce. It's Pinfari Zyklon. I didn't even know they had one. But yeah. That's not a good name either. But yeah. Wilda Hilda, I don't know. It's like so weird that I've kind of just like it's grown on me. So yeah. So okay, so it's 2:09. I guess now I'm gonna end the stream here. So basically, I guess thank you guys all for watching, and shoot, I didn't have this really planned out at all. Hold on. Actually, you guys can ask any last questions you guys have. I'm gonna drink water real quick, but or I guess not. Yeah, we'll just end it. So alrighty. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you all next time here on Coaster Hour. See you guys. Oh wait, what's my favorite water? I don't have a favorite, so I don't really. I'm drinking these bottles. It's like it's like just it's this. Like, yeah. All right, yeah, see ya.